Brooke, how's the weather?
It's pretty chilly actually here in Florida for my liking. How are you liking the weather?
It's weathery.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah, good talk.
Do you find yourself having awkward conversation? Well, listen to today's episode for tips on how to keep the conversation flowing and never have an awkward conversation again.
Hey, lady bosses, are you working even after putting the kids to bed but still not getting results?
Are you tired of spending money on ads that aren't getting engagement?
Do you feel burdened that you aren't fulfilling your purpose in life because you are so consumed with work?
I'm your host, Brooke Boltz. I'm an attorney and founder of Boltz Legal. I started my business and in 1 year was bringing in 7 figures and am now bringing in multi-7 figures.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel Boltz, owner of Boltz Media. I've helped many businesses build their online presence and increase their revenue through digital marketing.
Want to hear how we did it?
We are here to help you achieve your goals personally, professionally, and spiritually.
So kick off your high heels, sit back, and let's ignite that passion.
We're Miss Biz, where we're putting the Miss in Biz.
Let's get biz done. Networking and building relationships is key to business success, but it's not always easy to start a conversation with someone you've never met before. Rachel, how do you feel when you go to a networking event and you don't know anyone in the room?
Sometimes it's easier than others. I know when I first started networking, it was very challenging. I just wasn't used to the environment. I didn't necessarily have that type of experience before, but now that I've been doing it for a little while, it comes a little bit more naturally. But sometimes even with the experience that I have, it can be a little bit daunting if you don't know anyone in the room and if some of the people that you initially connect with aren't those warm type of inviting individuals.
I went to a networking meeting yesterday, and it's the first time that I have ever been to this particular meeting. And when I walked in the room, I saw a familiar face. And so my instinct was just to go talk to that person that I knew. And I spent some time talking to her, but then also realized if I just spend time talking to the person I know, then I'm not fully accomplishing my goal, which was to meet new people.
Right.
But it's so uncomfortable sometimes to just walk up to someone and start a conversation. So in today's episode, we have an acronym that can help you to have top of mind ideas on conversation starters.
I wish I would have known about this formula when I first started networking, because it will really help you if you just keep this in the back of your mind, not to have an awkward conversation again. So the first acronym is F for family. So when you're first meeting with someone, one of the topics that you can start to discuss is family. So Brooke, tell me a little bit about your family.
My family is, my immediate family is 5 people, myself, my husband, and my 3 children, ages 13, 14, and 5, and 2 girls and a boy.
And from that information, there's a couple different ways that you can go with the conversation. You can either ask her more about her family, or if you have something in common, like I have 2 girls, you can kind of build some familiarity based upon that.
Do you love the Miss Biz podcast?
Because we love you.
Here's 3 things you can do to show your support.
1, write us a review. Apple, Spotify, and Google My Business are the best platforms to write a review.
2, follow us on social media. Our handle is at Miss Biz Podcast.
3, join our Facebook group, Miss Biz Nation, for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage. Also, ask questions related to your business and discuss topics from our episodes.
Yes. So the full acronym is the word FROGS, FROGS. And so with that acronym, you can have it in the back of your mind as to coming up with the next question to ask. You don't have to go in that order, the FROGS. Rachel started with family, but if you're in a business context, it might actually makes sense to start with the O, which is occupation. So occupation is something that's really easy to start a conversation. What do you do? Where do you work? And that oftentimes is a great place to start. But when you get to the end of discussing the occupation is where some of us get awkward, don't know where to go next. So what's another letter in the acronym?
R for recreation. So you can ask them what they like to do when they're not working.
Yes. What do you do for fun? That's a great way to start a conversation. Inevitably, you will have something in common by the time you get to this point with the occupation, family, and recreation.
Sometimes that recreation question can lead you to end up being really good friends with that person. You can start working out together or start scheduling play dates together. So having that kind of question in there, I think, is really important because it's great to know what somebody does on an occupational level, but to really build a sustainable relationship, you've got to know more about them and what they like.
And a great example of that is I found out this week that a woman that I have a working relationship with plays pickleball. And I have
really hit it off, didn't you?
Yes, I played pickleball off and on for the last year or so, and have been slowly getting back into it. So when I found out that she played, and not only does she play, but she has a group of women that she plays with, that was a immediate similar interest to where we are now scheduled to play pickleball this weekend. And so we're going to be building upon our relationship through spending time together outside of just talking about work things.
And that's key. We did a podcast episode one time about how many hours it takes to really develop a strong relationship. And there's quite a bit of difference between just an acquaintance and actually having a friendship type of rapport. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Meet our expert team at Miss Biz.
Whether you need help with business strategy, brand development, or digital marketing, we have a personalized one-on-one coaching program just for you.
And if you're looking for something more budget-friendly, our group coaching services offer incredible value and the chance to learn alongside like-minded entrepreneurs.
Transform your business today. Visit missbiz.com and start your journey to success. Yes. The next letter in the acronym is G, which stands for goals. Another word for this would be dreams. So asking people, what are your goals? What are you working towards? What are your dreams? What are the things that you hope to accomplish is another great conversation starter. And again, you might want to reorganize this where when you're first starting about the occupation, then that could lead into asking about what their goals are. And then from there, maybe you turn to family and recreation. So these don't have to go in this order, but we use this acronym just so that you can know them easily without having to sit and think, oh, what are those conversation starters? Or if we give you just a bunch of questions to start with, chances are you're not going to remember them. But the acronym is there to help with remembering what they are.
And asking someone about their goals, that's going to open up the door to more conversations, but also give you a better insight into where they are in their lives to see, are you guys on the same level or not? Or are you on the same path or thinking along the same lines, I should say?
Yes, how ambitious are they? What are their long-term goals? Sometimes people are in a job temporarily, but it's just a stepping stone to something bigger that they hope to accomplish. And knowing that is could lead to opportunities for you to help them even further to achieve a long-term goal, or maybe make some introductions for them to someone that they ultimately want to work with.
You know we're all about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case.
At Boltz Legal, we are all about your case. Text or call to schedule a free consultation for all your legal needs. boltzlegal.com.
And the last acronym is S for school. So you can ask them where they went to school. And then you can expand upon this by asking them, what degrees do you have? Especially if it's relevant to their industry. And you may find that they have a degree that's not even related to what they're currently doing now.
Yes, and some people are diehard fans of their college or university that they attended, so that's usually something that is good to find out. Also, with regard to school, you can ask about what school their children go to, because so many moms particularly have social groups with other moms and other things related to their kids' school. So that pickleball group, for example, that I mentioned is moms from that particular school. So I wouldn't have ordinarily been invited because my kids don't go there, but it's a great opportunity for me to now meet these other moms who go to a different school. So asking about the kids' school and where they go, I think also is a great conversation.
Yeah, that's
starter.
a great point. So next time that you're going to a networking meeting or having maybe a one-on-one set with someone that you've never met before, just remember frogs and it'll help you out.
And you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid to walk into the room and not know what you're going to talk about, because you can always have this in your back pocket to help keep the conversation flowing.
We appreciate you and are honored to be on this journey with you. We can't wait to help you, to encourage you, and show you how to grow personally, professionally, and spiritually.
If you found Miss Biz helpful, please leave a review and share with others.
You can follow us on social media at Miss Biz Podcast.
For legal questions or services, please visit boltzlegal.com.
And for digital marketing needs, please visit boltzmedia.com. Let's get biz done.